I'm here with political analysts, and I have to my right, I have a political analyst, Mr. Akin, who is someone that is passionate about national building and also someone that loves to share his thoughts on governance. And seated next to him is Otunba Dr. Odugbemi, who is also a nation builder and someone that is also passionate about politics. But the focal point for today is on the just completed Osun State election, on the impact on the political landscape and general future for Nigeria, even as we enter into the electoral space as we prepare for 2027 elections. Mr. Akin Fatunke, what's your thought on that?
My thought is just to look at what lessons one can pick from what happened at the just concluded Osun State elections. A man that apparently was and is in the mind of the people and was able to resonate with the people was Jackson Ademola Adeleke. And he won that election. He won all the popular votes by popular acclaim. May I therefore say, against the run of play, against trying to be straight in a rough jacket, against the base expectations of, what I call him, naysayers, or people who didn't believe in him as a person, and people who didn't believe in President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as a person, that all was proved wrong. Plus or minus, INEC was efficient, and INEC is being hailed today. The security forces were not necessarily at their best per se, but at least they were able to notch a little bit higher. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, plus or minus, immediately after the elections were announced, put a call through to Jackson Adeleke and congratulated him. And I dare say, for his Davido, I'm sure that will have asked that Donald Trump should be in Nigeria, will have sent Donald Trump back, congratulated him, and for the second time congratulating opposition, a man that we all thought was turning Nigeria into a one-party state. So those are on the positive side. But in the run-up to those elections, are we the last to sit and say everything was hunky-dory? It went the way it should have gone. The killings before, the actions and inactions that were taken, that even Mr. President himself is suffering with backlash from people as being unconstitutional. When the FCC was going to seize the funds of the Osun government, and Mr. President, like he did in Rivers State at one point in time, is still getting a lot of backlash, because in Rivers State, Fubara would have been a gunner. It does not matter what we want to think. But he put himself like a dam. He said, well, yes, it may not be unconstitutional, but no, let's say this quote-unquote democracy. That democracy has been restructured in the words of Mr. President. That democracy still has a way to go. 3 lessons learned, hopefully, which, in my opinion, may not be replicated if you are not careful. The first is in the popularity of Adeleke himself. Adeleke was very, very popular, and he came from a family, royal family, including the Davido culture that came into it. That gave him a kudos. The opposition were not altogether as united as I saw, and so you found the Minister for Water, Social Economy, Oyetola, being the greatest loser, followed by Aregbesola himself, who in his heydays, who is anybody in Osun? And despite all the things that I believe when he was with Asiwaju did for him, No. He said, look, I'm no more going to be here just because of Oyetola. And they fell apart and the thing went into opposition. One would have thought that Aregbesola would have been able to pull his weight. It was a terrible duodenum for Aregbesola. And of course, Ababakunde, this self-imposing and not imposing within the APC hierarchy. I dare say that Jackson Adeleke was a winner. The Osun State people were a winner. I dare say President Bola met Tinubu and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces with the posto that he took was a winner in Osun elections and a pointer to the opposition. I've heard people say that the APC, if they are not careful, yes, that is true. But the opposition has now a window of opportunity of what they ought to have done in 2023, which they didn't do, to bury their greed, to bury their penchant for going for things that are prepared, come and be united under a fair candidate who today I continue to see between Peter Obi and I think unfortunately things have gone. One of them will have to swallow a bitter pill. If Peter Obi will have to swallow that bitter pill because of the incubus not to get the vote of the North, so be it. And if Atiku will have to swallow the bitter pill and behave like an Asiwaju and say, this is my shoulder, climb on it for now and give Peter Obi a chance. That is the only way. If they don't do it, they didn't do it up to this point, and Osun State has given an indication that people's will can come on, and they fail to seize the moment. I am afraid President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going to get his second term in office effortlessly. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Well spoken. On the other side of this divide, Mr. Otunba, Dr. Odugbemi, still on the same sensitive matter. What are your thoughts, sir?
My thought is this. I want to be very explicit. I'm looking at the conduct of the election of Osun State, the gains, how the process, and how will it impact the future election, and also the inherent, the reflective impact on APC. I must make a point. The point I'm making is that at Jackson defied all odds. That's not saying that his personality, what he has done is within the mainframe of what is expected. But one, he took advantage of everything, every contradiction that was against him, he took advantage of it. Take for instance, one, people complain that he dances. I'm not saying dancing, but dancing is an emotional empathy. He did an emotional empathy, connection with his people. APC people, they were not connected with the people. All they were saying, brute way of saying they will take over and leveraging on the fact that they have federal might. I'm trying to say, so the APC will be conscious of the fact that if things were not done, if they don't restructure, they don't re-engineer, they don't reposition, a case of Osun will happen in the election. I'm confirming that 2027. Secondly, they were using federal might in the sense that they claim federal might, of which Asiwaju was not involved. Incidentally, that should introduce a discordancy within APC. If, for instance, which means somebody must have engineered the issue of frozen the account near election, that actually attracted sympathy to them, to Osho people. He took advantage of that one. The third one is this: the belligerence and belliquent attitude of some APC so-called, I'll call them so-called elite leader that do not have focus, they don't have local, they don't have focus. How can a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria come equivocally to say they should shoot human being? I'm not even saying accord. Human being aside, let us stop. The issue of violence shouldn't be supported. For instance, many people were killed because of the drag for power, not drag to give dividend of democracy. Incidentally, in APC, almost all more than 10 governors were there. You understand? That has introduced another dimension. What I'm now saying is this. Jackson took advantage of his people. I'm not saying he has done well. I'm saying now that he can do better. I'm only laying the fact that APC is on the verge of losing the election. The reason why is this: they are not connected with the people. They are not connected. Look, no matter what you do to people, if you don't have emotional contact, people will not vote for you. The question is this: the major problem, I give kudos to Asiwaju. He is most of the subconscious leader that I know, a reformer and a federalist that of repute. All I make bold to say, in all the of the president that be in this country, Ashwaju is unique. Ashwaju is a reformer. Ashwaju is the only leader that did any meaningful legacy for future generations to go. Look at the reform. Look at economic reform. But this is it. Most of the reform that he did, they were right. They were the best. He followed global standard. But how he's doing it, who is doing it with, and the result is doing is a different ballgame entirely. I also made bold to say now that Jackson took advantage of the hatred, the apathy within the APC structure. Look at it. In the APC, for instance, people were asked to forcibly step down of their brother because they won Bola Asiwaju Ambo. And he did not come any eventually. He said, Ambo, and he did not come eventually. They stepped down. By stepping down, it is only the people that are others. The whole structure was sold out. Let me give one instance. Omishore in Ife. Jackson won in Ife because Omishore traded his own structure. He did not go, he traded the structure. Come and see where you have Bolaniwa in Ilesha. He won in Ilesha too. Because Ilesha, where we have another House of Rep. Politicians who are making bold, they defected. Look at Ola Gusoye. Ola Gusoye is somebody that has been in PDP. At the last minute, he's saying now that he's supporting, he's not going to support Jackson. He wanted to support APC. What I'm still saying is this. Jackson took advantage of the inadvertency within the APC. And if APC is not careful, they have lost, because the reform they're saying, the reform in the house is what matter. The reform in the marketplace is don't matter. The reform in the hospital is don't matter. The reform in the way people feel. Asiwaju has done his best. For instance, federal allocation were given. The states are having money. But most of the states, all the governors, they wasted. The major problem we have in this country is the governor who are the national, subnational. They are not connected to our people. They are very wasteful. I'm not saying all. Some are working. Even the ones that are working, they are very proud. I think they're doing all their darado. And I think of some governor, think of governor that I like. It's Umaino. Very humble is that pro. But how many Umaino do we have in the people? Think of Mba. These are the people that work with the empathy and the people. Most of the governors are Bogo. Some of the governors are there now. They've not finished 8 years. They are almost cool. They are almost killing Umba because they want to be senator. Is he a multi-motive senator? APC should be careful. Because they are not emotionally connected with the people. I appreciate the reform. I salute the Asiwaju's problem is people that are supporting me. The special advisor, the minister, they are all doing. Look, if you apply what we call concept of government efficiency, Asiwaju is operating below 50% capacity. Asiwaju, to the best of my knowledge, score 45, which is even the best among what we are talking about. But however, he has to be careful. How can the special assistant say 10,000 is enough to feed 4 family? How can people be giving this up? Look at the governor in Imo State. All of them came together. These people are not connected. If they want to, can they win election without Asiwaju credibility? All of them force the hand of the people they want to go to Senate. For what? I'm saying that the power broker has been demystified. Federal might has been demystified. You understand what I mean? We have money is also fair because they also saying that. Then the problem is this, and we should be very careful. Violence that occurs in Osun is likely to replicate itself if care is not taken. Asiwaju should, the APC structure will be restructured themselves. I am APC to the core. I've supported Asiwaju. I mean, in an intellectual way. I'm not a normal politician that go. But I believe now that it is time for APC to restructure. And the tendency of saying renew allegedly, Georgia has made Lagos, it will not work in this state. It will not work in this state. It's not making Lagos, we're saying. It is succession plan. Many of the people who rule after Asiwaju actually drop the ball. We're saying Asiwaju, the APC need to be restructured, re-engineer, refocus, and reposition. Otherwise, apathy that come here, just as they happen in Lagos, it can happen.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fatunke. Can you respond to Otunba's submissions,
Yes.
especially as regards that APC, if they don't restructure, could fail in the 2027 election?
I agree with him in part, especially from the emotion. But I disagree that we should be looking at APC. The restructure should be federal. PDP, at one point in time, they said they were going to rule for 60 years. Where are they? Labour said they are going to come on the ground of some form of popularity. Where are they today? The
Sorry, sir, I just want to interject. Let me make one point. The point of correction is because we're going to election. Federal is not going to election. It is party that are going for election. So let us streamline within them. I'm saying the APC culture of winning election, the premise they are basing, all of them has been dismissed by Adeleke. If federal mind did not work, money did not work, emotional empathy to the people is one that work. I'm saying all the governors, they are very selfish, they are belligerent. Some of them use for Nasarawa. Come and see, the wife has distributed 350 million and he's saying go for my husband. Look at Ogun State, what is happening? He has not finished 8 years. He's also by truth and name, he want to become senator. I'm saying now that have they done the proven leadership? Can we look at them as a leader? I'm saying that Asiwaju has signaled himself as a unique leader. Asiwaju will go in the history of annal of politics in Nigeria as a distinguished Democrat and a reformer. But the people working with him, they are the one laying him down. They are the one handing him down. And I want him to look at it, to restructure, to recognize the machinery around the composition. When they go to analyze why they want to put Asiwaju, I fought all of them because some of them do not have a psychographic analysis of what they're doing. They only say he did in Lagos, he did this, he did that. How does it affect demand? People are still hungry. And I know the people who are causing the problem are National Assembly members and being explicit are the governors. They have embezzled so much money, most of money. Can you imagine mass wedding in Kano State? Is that what Asiwaju asked them to do? How many states are functioning? I can tell you only 4 states, despite the high federal allocation. Go to so many states, they are wretched.
Okay, so
for how long?
So I can continue now.
Yeah.
I still come back to say that the issue of Nigeria is not well, if you are looking at it in regard 2027, I am a developmental economist and a thought leader. I do not believe in short-term problems, and so I am saying to you that it goes beyond Asiwaju.
I'm not talking about Asiwaju. And I'm talking of immediate action we need to address. I'm not talking about development because there are issues of development.
Let me make my point. I am saying to you that we must demystify. Like you rightly said, Jackson Adeleke was able to demystify whether you agree 100% as regards why he won that election. And I can also say to you, there are governors that are within the APC that you may not like. You tell me that you don't like them because of one reason or the other. If an election is conducted today, they will still be straight in a rough jacket.
Not all of them.
Okebolo is one in Edo State.
Because Edo State is in red.
Let me feel.
You call it, it's just like in Abia State. They say OT is the best. But most of the governors are there, they wreck the nation. Are they good example?
I allowed you. Sorry. Because you cannot find perfection.
But we can define paths.
So if you want to define path, one of the things that you are going to do when you are in a marshy ground is not by jumping up and down because you continue to sing.
You can't even jump up and down. You have to be very psychedelic.
I am being pragmatic and being very practical. Because if you elect to use what happened in Osun State and you use a prism of what happened in Osun State to now judge the rest of Nigeria, that's the point I am making to you.
I'm not saying that. I say reform the system and the approach. I'm not saying
you can only reform within the capacity of the law. You can only reform within the capacity of what a rogue constitution has given you to do.
No, it's not about constitution. It's about party affairs.
Listen.
Party constitution is different from constitution of Nigeria.
Wait now. Wait. Party constitution
is different from constitution of Nigeria.
Is this subsumed under a modern constitution that is called constitution of Nigeria?
But they have their own way. They have their own way of working with APC work differently from people.
What you are asking Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
I'm not asking my Bola Tinubu any question. I'm saying the entire machinery of APC.
I don't know how you want me to intervene. If I say Bola Ahmed Tinubu,
I'm not talking about Bola.
So is there a difference between Bola Ahmed Tinubu and APC?
Oh yeah, there's a difference. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a person. Office of the president is another person. National leader is another person. I'm talking of his function as a national leader. What do I expect
my
him to
point
do?
is whether you are talking of him as a national leader, whether you are talking of him as an APC, he has limitations.
He's still within the mainframe.
Wait, you can't ask him. He's not a Gestapo president. He has to work through a particular constitution. And there are things that he has done in this country that you and others say that, look, it's not constitutional.
No, I don't say it's not constitutional.
Example is what happened. Example is what happened in River. Excuse me.
I agree.
Example is what happened in River State.
I supported him.
Let me land my point there.
I'm not like other.
The example that has just happened in Osun State, whereby EFCC within their own powers that set them up.
Who engineered them?
I don't know. Look, within the power, allow them to do what they need to do. Mr. President single-handedly signed and said, look, return it back to them. It's not constitutional.
Which means he was not aware. If he's aware, he don't know what happened. And then the attitude of the people.
Excuse me, you just said you should not talk about president.
I'm not talking about president, I'm talking of the process.
Okay, no.
Who engineered them to arrest him?
You cannot be talking about the process without the people.
No, I didn't mention anybody. I'm saying that the AFCC went to.
If you are not bold enough to mention the people, I will mention the process. I will mention the people.
No,
I am saying to you. Listen to me. I'm saying to you, and let it sink. You can't be straight in a rough jacket. We are running a so-called federalism that is anything but federal. Anything that you are going to do, and whether you give it to him or you don't want to give it to him, you want to give it to APC or you don't want to give it to APC, is that he has been able to craftily decide to devolve powers in this country. And he's been at, I'm telling you, more than any other person who will have done. And it's the reason why I am telling you that it goes beyond 2027. It goes beyond 2031. I am going to the foundation of the fact that whether Bola Ahmed Tinubu, APC loses this election in 2027, it's just begging the issue. Whoever comes in and says he's going to continue with the same process is bound to fail. Even when he has altruistic motives.
I think we are diverging.
No, we're not diverging.
We are obstacle.
We are not.
We are diverging from the point of the question. We are not talking about development.
We are not
Sorry, we are not talking of development.
Well,
we are analyzing the situation and how we impact the election. And it's the behavioral pattern of APC you are talking about.
Sorry, then
we are not talking about reform. I'm saying the behavior, attitude, code of conduct.
Then you are with the wrong person. As far as I'm concerned, whether in 2023, whether in 2027, whether in 2031. It is about development.
If that, then we can discuss development in the light of 10 years.
Development starts.
Development without behavior. Can you get it?
Development starts
without the right attitude, right behavior.
The root cause. What happened in Osun State is one of the root causes that we are using to analyze what is likely to happen in 2027. And you made a point that the APC should have to be careful. They have to do this. I thought that, yes, I agree with you.
They have to do leadership training.
Listen. Because people are hungry and angry.
Are we not hungry?
There is a reason why we are.
Must we continue to be angry when we can feed the plenty?
Do you know how we got to being hungry? And
I know. Ways and means. Those are something trillion.
So if
who comes in Nigeria?
So if you know.
Yes.
If you know how we got in there.
Yes.
And a leader now got there and says, look, it's not going to be business as usual.
I agree. I told you I've been supporting all the reform.
Wait. And you are saying you are still hungry and angry.
Because of people inefficiency in the system. Those who are not delivering value.
I am not saying people are not hungry. I'm not saying people
I say the governors are not delivering value. House of Assembly are just progressive.
So in other words,
that's wondrous.
What you are saying is that Mr. President should just stand up and begin to order the governors.
No, that is not the issue. I'm saying that review the process and the conduct and the psychic of the members.
Can I ask you one or two questions?
Oh yeah, I'm ready to take.
Has this president not called all governors and said, look, the issue of hunger in the land, prioritize and go after agriculture. it is not with me. The lands are yours. Go and prioritize. Did he say that or not?
He said it, but when it didn't happen, if it didn't happen, is that the end? Why is it the president?
Excuse me. No. That's why you are wrong.
I'm not wrong.
You are wrong.
He has to go follow up.
Let me tell you. Oh, and you are saying since he made that statement, he has not been following up?
What is the outcome?
Look, we are running a quasi.
I agree with you.
And if you are running a quasi federalism,
oh, people are wasting money.
You are not. You are. It is not within the president to now just bump.
I'm not working. I'm not saying you work.
No.
Let's give the control system. There's a control system.
Can we look at issue of the reform process that you just mentioned, that you call stabilization of the economy?
Oh yes.
And the economy that needs to be expanded.
Oh yes.
Including
diversification, value-added Nigerian force
including of things that will not make you hungry and angry.
Oh yes.
By making sure that the poorest of the poor don't pay tax.
Oh yes, good, it's correct.
Has he done that?
Yeah, he has applied it. He has applied it in principle.
Just
but
wait,
in practice, we are looking for the outcome.
Wait now. You can't hop, step, and jump.
I'm not jumping. I'm moving step by step.
What I am telling you is you cannot be jumping without looking at it.
I'm not jumping. I'm steady with precision.
We need a situation where government has to go to the grassroots. Yes or no?
Are they going to the grassroots? Which government is going to the grassroots now? Which government knows the pain of the society?
Listen, now we seem to be saying the same thing, except that you are always talking about process and you don't want to follow the process.
I'm following the process. I'm saying people's
if you are following the process, the president has set the tone. He has set policies that will stabilize.
Bravo, 100%. I agreed.
He has called the state governors.
Yes.
He has called the National Assembly.
Yes.
He has said, for instance, I want to look at the SDG goals. There are 17 of them.
Sustainable goal, I'm aware.
And then he has picked them one by one.
Yes.
He's picked, for instance, in education.
Yes.
Part of the education is NELFON.
Yes.
Part of the education is the fact that, look, let's be a bit proactive and such that, look, ASU strike should not continue.
But ASU is going to be on strike now.
Are you not going to allow me to?
He's on strike. They'll be on strike now.
Wait now.
Because what they agreed, they did not do. I'm saying inefficiency
is me.
The current extension is 100%. Capital extension is less than
tell me
overlap of 5 budget. And they say
in management.
Yes.
It's not for you to say they are going to go on strike. Has he?
They are planning to be on strike. They said they will go on strike.
Has the president taking or APC taking the position to try and stabilize
work in
that
progress.
area?
Work in progress.
Before that time, what
they tried. They did not meet this. The condition.
What you call work in progress? Before that time,
yes,
it was regression.
Oh, I know.
So if you are
because they were not working, if you are
coming from regression,
yes,
to stability,
yes. We want to move to share prosperity. We're stable too now. Stability is making us to be poor. Are we not poor in Nigeria?
Wait. So you are now stable.
I said micro stability.
Wait a minute.
Are we not poor with micro stability?
When you saw that micro stability, did you say, well done, kudos?
Okay, I give kudos to him.
Okay, all right. Oh, wait. But you are not talking about the process. The process is that we are in a federation.
Yes.
And that federation is that it has its limit of powers under the constitution that must change course. And that is the reason why people talk about restructuring. I am saying this country cannot continue the way it is by saying that the country is non-negotiable. This country is negotiable. I saw President Obasanjo, who at one point in time said, Nigeria is not negotiable. I hope he's seen the light now. Nigeria is not negotiable. And then at the same time, you make rules and regulations. You look at local government, development of power,
yes.
And according to the constitution that you know very well, there is a clause in the constitution that before you can get straight to the local government accounts, there is a particular account, and this president, you cannot tell me for the first time, for the second time, for an umpteenth time, has been persuading the governors. He cannot force it. The only thing that can happen is let's change this constitution. Let's take a determination. You made another allusion. I schooling enough, and I can tell you, the people that the average Tarikawa in the north are going to vote for will be people that will go and go to mass marriage. You are not going to likely see that in this house.
So let me just
let me interject. Don't interject my thought.
So because we have a focus.
Because I didn't interject your thought.
But we're going to.
You are talking about process.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, you cannot just jump that process.
I did not say jump.
You now then say
you can moderate it.
That going to 2027.
Moderate.
You are warning APC.
There is doctrine of idealism in native APC.
You are what? Wait.
Is he a God? Is Ashwaju God?
You are warning.
He's a human being.
You are warning.
There's some level of imperfection that goes with human being.
APC.
Because of their inordinate attitude, ambitious attitude, stay in power attitude, yes.
And I'm saying that warning is not just
to change their attitude and behavioral pattern.
It is appropriate. What I'm saying, it is wider than what you are saying.
I agree with you.
And wider,
clean your house. Remove the pack in your house before you begin to talk about
Let me tell you part of the way.
I'm an APC.
Let me tell you part of the way.
Yes.
Part of the way is opposition.
I'm not talking about opposition.
Well, you may not want to talk about
I'm not interested in opposition. I'm interested in my house. I want my house to be in order.
Well, I am interested in Nigeria.
I'm interested in my house to do the best because my house is going to be going to rule 2027.
Prescribing.
Yes.
What you are prescribing.
Let me tell you.
Wait. I've had the. Okay. What you are prescribing is that APC should put their house in order.
Oh yes.
Likewise, the so-called
and change the psychic of the so-called leaders.
The so-called opposition.
They lost election because of the greedy leaders.
Listen. They need to also put their houses in order. What you are prescribing for APC, because they are the large party,
yes,
it's also something you should also be prescribing.
They don't have no cause.
Wait now.
Opposition have no cause. They have no basis. Wait. Some people that are dead, I have to wake them up.
I thought we were looking at 2027.
I'm looking at my trust is to look at APC and now advise opposition.
No. We can do it together. That's a difference.
My own principle.
There is a difference between efficiency and effectiveness. I'm trying to be effective in
I'm saying efficient and efficiency must go together.
Now, I am saying for any serious opposition to help you take away this hunger and anger.
Are we talking about opposition now? Because that's not the basis of what we're saying.
Opposition that is talking about, because you've just
opposition must be structured. They must be structured. They're not together.
You've said that APC has brought a lot of hunger and anger, and I agree with you. They have. Because of lapses of two prongs.
No.
They brought hunger and anger because
lapses of some prong. I did not say yes.
Because of
inefficiency at the state level.
Policy.
No.
Anybody.
No, it's not the hard policy.
A hard policy.
It is not. I'm not saying the policy.
It is Akin to you going to plant a seed.
No. That's not.
And you are saying the following day.
Policy. No, that is not
that
correct.
Seed should now
sprout. That is deviation.
I am not deviating.
No, the deviation.
If you listen very carefully,
policy is good.
You will understand what I'm saying.
I'm just saying deviation. Policy is the best.
People are looking at a man who came from a negative integer.
You are still idolizing human being. I'm not saying don't idolize
somebody who came from a negative
that
integer.
Is not the issue.
And who in 2 years have been able to stabilize.
You are still like this doctrine of idolism. We should not be idolizing human beings.
Well, I have to idolize
I'm not idolizing
him because it's been better than all the others ones.
I'm not even talking about you. I'm talking of the man of the moment. Now I supported him. I will support Ashwaju. But how he's doing it is the problem.
In 2027,
efficiency is low.
I agree with you.
Yes.
That character has to be
capacity, character, and competence.
Okay. Now
and hegemonic leadership must stop. We need a new blood to deliver good value.
Wait, character, capacity,
competence, and stop the hegemonic leadership tendency of people staying in power in perpetuity and delivering nothing.
And compassion,
which compassion was there.
The 4 C's.
Consistency must be there.
I am agreeing with you that he lacks them.
No, he doesn't lack. It's the people that he's working with that lack.
Saying don't appropriate and appropriate. He is the leader, and so the boss talks with him. So it is lacking.
He's lacking in the he's trying his best.
I am conceding. And I said, can we get an alternative?
Yes.
The alternative can only come from opposition.
The opposition cannot give the alternative.
Wait.
They are not together. The house that is divided against them.
Listen. This capacity, competence, character, and consciousness.
And stopping the hegemonic leadership.
And I'm not saying
of one person being in government 30 years, 40 years, and they call themselves leaders.
Listen, I'm not saying it 100% with opposition.
Government embezzling, they want to go to Senate.
Because this is not coming from the opposition.
It's within the house.
Listen,
let me remove our peg. That's what I'm saying.
Now,
let's create a new order in APC.
From the way you are speaking,
yes,
and you don't want to talk about opposition.
Because they are not together.
No, wait.
We have a dead opposition who are not well structured.
Was Adeleke not opposition?
Adeleke wrote because of the popularity. Forget he didn't get there because of Accord.
Okay, so
Accord was just a SPV. So what is opposition? You can't call it opposition. Accord, it was just HPV. Adeleke was a PDP. If not because of the way it's a popular election of personality.
And I can tell you, in this country,
yes,
I've said it elsewhere,
yes,
like Adeleke,
yes.
If Alex Oti jumps into the fray and says he wants to contest the election in Abia State,
he will win. He will win, hands down. Those are the people I'm saying.
Just wait.
Is it the same thing that Adeleke? The dynamics in Abia State is different from Osun State.
Continue to deceive yourself.
I'm not deceiving.
Look,
I'm being exact.
Adeleke,
I'm precise.
Adeleke,
ecosystem in Osun is different from Abia. Abia has been dead before.
I've just told you there are four.
And he has not done first time.
There are four factors which goes and stands for Adeleke.
It's even 5.
His name, as a person,
yes,
and his dancing ability that he has been able to.
His emotion, he harness emotional.
The family history.
This is good, yes.
Osun State became a state because some Adeleke stood up and fought for Osun State.
Yes, to hijack.
Many things came in between, like you are trying to warn. Aregbesola came in.
And those are fraudsters.
No, don't say that.
Those are the kind of leaders we don't want in this country.
Who
benefited. These are hegemonic leadership that is causing trouble.
Came in.
What did he do?
On the shoulder.
He wasted Ministry
of
the
shoulder of Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
And he defected.
He lost terribly on the firstly. Bola Ahmed Tinubu single-handedly restored his mandate. And because he now wants to say he wants to be what you call an Asiwaju Bola Tinubu.
Those are the leadership squabble.
Are you going to allow me to land? Because of
we're interacting.
And then he said no. Just like Wike he said to Fubara, no, you can't take structures away from me. I am a realist and I'm a pragmatist. And then because of that, you say you got angry, you got hungry, and you went to opposition. You went and vying an election. We are in your word. In your word. In fact, politically, I think Aregbesola is finished. After all dancing, wanting to dance like Adeleke, just a vote of about 17,000.
These are lost in the ship. We are not talking of people and non-entities now.
I am saying to you that this opposition has a lot to learn from what Adeleke has done. I am saying
have more.
Wait. I'm not saying APC should not
have more.
You see, the course of our discussion is that I am talking globally. Because if you are hungry, if you are angry, and a particular set of people who are warmongering, we are this, they have not done this, they have not done that, you should be interested in the opposition. And I'm
interested in them.
And I'm saying this opposition that you are talking about.
I'm not talking about them because I know they are dead.
Okay, no, they are not dead.
They are dead.
No, you can't say
they are dead in the sense that hold on, sir.
Wait.
I'm saying where they are dead.
You cannot say
they can't come. They have not formed a common front.
You cannot
say election.
Let me see.
Dead in principle.
The mere fact that they didn't form a coalition. That's what happened in Osun. Be a pointer to them. Can it teach them to not then say, look,
are you building opposition against your party?
Wait.
Let's understand. Are you building against your party?
You say you don't want to mention Bola Tinubu, you don't want to mention APC.
I'm not.
Are you saying that Bola Tinubu and APC have not been accused of being a one-party state?
That is not the issue. That is not the bone of contention.
It is the bone of contention.
It is not the bone of contention.
The bone of contention is that Adeleke after being hounded out
He survived.
of PDP. He survived, and I was listening them, and you didn't want to make me listen. One of it is that his own popularity, he was able to place his dancing with some form of
I've mentioned that
infrastructure.
before.
Secondly, his family name,
I know.
the Davido and the
How many people will have such opportunity?
let me land.
How would that impact the next election?
Let's go to the part the next election.
Yes.
I'm going to answer that question. Now, Davido, and finally, Mr. President. This Mr. President that you are asking to go and do what he needs to do, he played a statesman. The statesman that he played, just listen.
Let him do the same statement in APC now.
Wait now.
So that all these people will not cause that value for him. That's my cross.
He played a statesman. And that statesman that he played, he said, even if Jackson, some of the things that EFCC says they are alleging him against, moving money here and there, is so close to the elections. Only a pragmatic leader who is not interested in one party state will do that. And then secondly, he advised, he cannot instruct. He advised INEC, please allow democracy.
Are we idolizing
to do? Not only did he do that, you are now saying
we are not idolizing.
You are not saying that he should do the same thing.
No, let me. You are not idolizing.
You are not saying that he should do the same thing with.
Let's handle this discussion. Let's have a focus on what we're talking.
You said I've had my focus. You said what he should have done is to now talk to his government.
Learn the lesson and create a pragmatic change in the process of delivery. Kiridi.
While I agree with you,
then we are finished.
No, we are not finishing. You cannot fly with one hand.
He is not flying with hand.
Listen to me. He cannot. He has provided additional funding and support.
And they are wasting the money.
Listen. That's another subject.
It's not subject.
He has
done
that. He has pleaded with them. He's gone to the Supreme Court.
You are idolizing.
The Supreme. I'm not
idolizing his work. It's within his purview.
And he has done that. What you are asking Bola Ahmed Tinubu as president of APC to
no, as a national leader,
he is not an Abacha and he's not a Buhari.
You are getting it wrong. He's a national leader of APC.
Now,
put your party in order.
Listen. You are asking that.
He's a national leader. I'm not talking as a president.
You are asking that.
Put your party in order.
I would rather say yes. I agree to what you are suggesting.
Let's round up. Yes, sir.
But I want to let you know. What happened in Osun State. You'll be kidding yourself.
I say lesson. I'm saying lesson. I'm not saying what happened.
It is a lesson.
Learn from the
what
lesson.
Happened in Osun State or the lesson?
It's the lesson we're talking about.
Learn.
Not the act.
And I'm giving you a hint.
The question I'm saying, is it possible?
The hint I'm giving you is that he is the chairman of his party as a leader. Not as a party chairman, but chairman of the party.
He's a leader of the party, not chairman.
I'm looking at it as a corporate system.
No. We are not talking about party discipline.
The chairman, he has devolved power as much within the federal.
That is idolism we're still saying.
Wait now, within the states.
Let's round up.
Within the local government. Okay. Many of the things.
And it's in principle, not in practice.
That he has deployed.
You are still idolizing.
He has.
You are talking about this thing idolizing for how long? We idolize a human being.
He has removed the subsidy thing.
We are idolizing.
Making sure
we are idolizing. It is the outcome of it we are talking about.
We are borrowing less.
That is not the issue. Is what are we getting out of it?
To look at consumption.
Are we not hungry?
In that area,
do we have health care?
He met on the ground.
Do we have
he met a Dangote on the ground.
Can we move around freely?
And he supported Dangote in such a way
that he's still doing his work and enabling his society.
No. Something happened in the world that Nigeria would have.
We don't understand.
Nigeria would have gone. You don't understand.
It's geopolitical tension. I know. I've been
understand that. Then you should comment that.
It's not the comment.
The third aspect is.
Actually, he's doing his work as the president.
Yes, and he's doing it well.
I've just said no.
He has
decided
on tax reforms.
I said don't let us unwind it.
This tax reforms.
Don't let us go back. We will end this discussion.
Nigeria is not
sad. That is not
united.
Okay, let's conclude.
As regards,
let's conclude.
The first one is local government authority.
I say you are.
In fact,
you are
the latest one is police reform.
You are reform.
And some people,
you are still idolizing.
This guy, like a farmer,
don't idolize.
I'm not idolizing. I am talking about what he has done.
This is not what he
has planted. He has planted. He has stabilized. He has stabilized.
You are idolizing.
And in stabilizing, the next point is to grow. You cannot get the kind of growth that you have in Dubai and world in 4 years, in 8 years.
Let me conclude my own.
So, while I agree with you that yes, you should go back to the
psychographic information, reforming the thing. Call them to order and tell them a new order and value system.
As the father of the nation, not just father of APC.
Yes.
And father of the nation also help the opposition to put their acts in order.
So they won't listen to him, it's not compulsory. He has said it's no problem. He has no problem with APC. He cannot teach them what to do.
Bola Ahmed Tinubu would have kept quiet.
He said
he would have allowed EFCC to do what they need to do.
That is not the issue. You are still going.
My point is
this. You are winding.
He is what? Not just pragmatic.
You are
we know how he got there.
He is not
others
God.
To get there.
He's a human being like any other human being.
So let the other human beings
kudos to him.
Let the other human beings do at least 1/10 of what he has done.
Let me conclude.
When they do 1/10 of what they have done, then we can have a stabilized. Okay, a lot of the things that he's been doing is being accused that he's been one party.
Let me conclude.
He has lost 2 states.
He can still lose more. If he did not do non-kinetic, he will lose more.
No.
He will lose more.
Well, I disagree that he's going to lose more.
Osun said he's gone.
Time will tell.
There is time bomb with almost every state now.
My final point is,
let me conclude.
No 2 sides can win an argument.
Yes.
Time will tell that we move towards 2027.
Okay, let me make sure
I believe that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, with what he has done, take part of your advice. Yes, part of your advice.
Must take the advice. It's not part of the advice. No. Restructure psychographic nature of your people.
Part of your advice. Your advice is also part of your
advice. They put on the new order.
And should also be a Democrat.
He's a Democrat.
So that he can lose election. And if he loses election, if opposition should come on,
opposition cannot come
in. If they can get their acts together,
they won't get their act together because of greed.
A day is too
let me conclude my own. The day is not long. Money shows the day.
Let them learn from what he did.
Let me conclude.
Bola Ahmed Tinubu did hop, step, and jump.
Let me
what we are finding in Nigeria is everybody wants to jump.
Let me conclude my own. My conclusion is this.
So
opposition today should be very careful. They have no fundamental, and the greed is going to separate them apart. Okay. They are saying, come together now. Will Obi step down?
Okay, so
we are
not ready to
hold on, sir. I'm talking about opposition.
Those are the tensions we have in Nigeria.
I'm talking about opposition. The question, they say they come one now. Will Obi step down because of entitlement mentality? Would Atiku step down? Their side is still no. The question is, in as much as
are you living Kwankwaso? Are you living Shore?
They are not. Those are not options.
No, you can't say that.
They are not options. They are byproduct.
You can't say that. They could be like Adeleke.
I said they are byproduct.
Adeleke single-handedly.
Sir, they are byproduct. They don't have ability of Adeleke.
You made a statement.
They don't have ability of Adeleke.
You asked that what are we going to find out from what is going to happen? Adeleke before the elections. After the elections, not only thank the person who said you don't want us to mention his name.
I give kudos to him now. I don't want to repeat his name.
Listen, I will repeat his name.
I will not.
And he has said that he's going to support Bola Ahmed.
Based on his own volition, conviction of what person is doing.
And then what you are now going to find is praise him today.
Let me conclude my own.
Because he's now supporting Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Let's conclude.
You now begin to
let me conclude my advice.
Negative.
Let me conclude my advice.
I think he's a gentleman. He's paid his dues. He's made his point, and he has decided because he realized that without the reforms that you say you don't want to listen to.
Why would I've supported the reform.
That Bola Ahmed Tinubu has brought to the state.
Don't let us bring it back.
Including his own. He has said
the reform is not good. I'm a reformer.
He's looking at his party.
Please,
he's looking at the other political parties. As bereft of ideas, I would rather go for a bed in hand, and that's Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I'm going to support Bola Ahmed Tinubu 2027. Thank you.
Let me. My own conclusion is this: I hope Bola Ahmed Tinubu to die esteem, but I will never idolize him. That's my own. But I mean, said in 2030 we're going to have $1 trillion economy, which means economy has to go consistently 20 times. You understand? Do we have the machinery in place? We have it. Are people doing what they're supposed to do? The answer is no. All I'm saying, major reform in the psychic of the leader, major reform in emotional compatibility and the profligacy and the ostentatious life of the politician is the one that is creating tension.
I agree.
Change the attitude. Change the system.
We're going to change.
I said we. The life we live. New Nigeria is in everybody. We can't continue this stupendous
so
life.
So we are moving from the president now to us now.
And we're all involved.
So I'm happy that you are saying what
we're all involved.
So
let's conclude.
We
all have a role.
We must devise. We need
restructuring.
A country.
We all must come together
for everybody. And I am saying, I want to hear from somebody.
You will never get it.
Listen, that I want to be voted into president.
Nobody will come against
you. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to restructure Nigeria. I'm going to change the constitution.
It can't happen.
Will they be able to be bold enough to do that?
Nobody can say that.
Okay, Bola Ahmed Tinubu,
don't let us talk about Bola Ahmed.
Being a man of his own, have decided to do what others have not done.
We have said it.
And because he has done what others have not done, allow him to complete what he
We are not saying he's not going to complete. How matters to us? The result of it matters to us.
Yes, I agree.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And part of the result is talk to your governor.
He's not talking everybody to hold their governor accountable. The waste at that level.
What about
the sensation life in the House of Assembly is too much.
Okay, what
are they doing?
Okay.
They are political investors. Okay. They are spending the money they've stolen in the system now.
Okay, so
they want to buy over.
So Bola Ahmed Tinubu should go to the National Assembly and scatter them.
That is not the issue.
So Bola Ahmed Tinubu should go to the local.
You are getting it wrong.
Tell them.
I say you are getting it. What you are still getting wrong. I said value proposition is good. Sell around value through your body language, through your act, and let your leaders within the APP cause absorb that value.
Bola Tinubu, that you don't want to mention his name, has not shown that in some of the policies.
He has displayed that in principle. In practice, we are not getting it.
So he should go and do it by
No,
himself.
I said go re-education, re-orientation, re-engineering, repositioning.
That is not only ongoing.
But we're not getting the feel.
You cannot get the feel like yesterday.
No, you can get attitudinal change.
Like you said, it is work in progress. And that work in progress is not you going to plant a seed yesterday.
I'm not saying that.
I'm expecting that you are going to get a harvest today.
What I'm saying
you cannot do that.
Calling the leader, he can do it. 1 or 2 meetings can solve this problem.
Has he not done it?
He has not done it the way he should do it.
Okay, how should he do it?
I'm telling you, look, emotional aspect of it, understanding aspect of it, getting emotional empathy, understanding of the people, ability to see beyond reason.
Okay.
Is that people that are in government after stealing much money, so they're going to steal it?
After the Council of State have met, and he has given the wherewithal, he's giving them the instruments to work. He should not go on his knees and be going to each of them.
That is not how. That's what I'm saying. That's wrong.
So if that's not what you are doing,
that is not what I said.